I'm here to give you the most practical plan to become a designer who works online. This is a plan I wish someone had given me when I started. And I plan to give it to you because I honestly believe that information is useless if it isn't shared with others. To be able to find work, you will need a computer with an internet connection, time to dedicate to it. If you already have a job, it will take you longer, but you can 100% achieve it. A strong desire to learn how the internet and design work, willingness to research on your own, and curiosity. This one I think is one of the most important, because if you don't have enough curiosity to search through the internet, to click there, to click over here, to search really deep, you won't find the right places and the right information that will help you move forward in your career. So that said, let's get started. Hi, I'm Dara, a designer, and to organize your career plan, first you have to choose which type of design you want to learn. There are many types, but I will give you two. They are the ones that are most in demand right now in the job market. UX UI design. This is currently the best pay and one of the most in-demand careers in technology. And graphic design. I don't need to explain much here, traditional graphic design, but applied to the virtual world. It's also very much in demand. There's also brand design, but generally these careers require more specialization and are not fields where many juniors are requested. I mean, not like in the previous ones. However, it's completely possible to enter the job market as a trainee or junior in UX UI or graphic design. If you like design, the visual part, but you're more inclined to think about how to build user experiences, prototypes, app or website flows to make them as intuitive and efficient as possible, then you're better off learning UX UI. On the other hand, if you're 100% into the visual aspect, enjoying designing a poster more than an app, for example, then you will enjoy graphic design even more. Now, the reason why people without experience are not hired is because they don't have experience, obviously. And breaking that cycle is difficult, I know. Since we can't rely on experience to get a job, we will rely on personal projects. One advantage design has over other careers is that it's visually driven, and that's what you're going to exploit. Your plan will consist of, as you learn, you will translate that knowledge into personal projects. You won't wait until you have 1 or 2 years of study. No, you will start creating as you learn. The point is to be able to show your future employer, hey, I know I don't have experience in this field, I know I never worked here, but I can solve a problem and this is the proof, I can prove it. That's what a portfolio is for. And what will be in your portfolio? If you do UX UI, you need to upload projects where you show you can create interfaces. This is demonstrated through case studies. And what is a case study? Don't let the word scare you. It's just a presentation where you simply explain what the problem is, what you're going to do to solve that problem, and why. This presentation shouldn't have a lot of text. On the contrary, it should be shown in such a way that anyone can see and understand it, without needing to be an expert on the subject, since it will mainly be seen by recruiters who are not designers and only have 3 seconds to view your profile. So what could be a problem? It could be something really simple, like some finance app you really like, but something bothers you because it's not intuitive enough, so you redesign it. Or you create an app or website with a service you always wish existed exactly as you imagine it, applying user psychology knowledge, or even a nice minimalist web design. Don't overcomplicate it, it's not as hard as it seems, really. If you do graphic design, ideally you will show your creations in beautiful presentations of the niches where you want to work. For example, if you like music and books, upload projects where you create posters of your favorite artist or redesign of book covers, like I did some time ago. You can check out my Behance for inspiration with works I've done in UX UI and branding. Some are from real clients and others are conceptual. This way, you will see it's not that hard. But I do recommend that you truly don't copy anyone on the internet for 3 reasons. The first one is that although the internet is really big, we are not that many designers. And maybe the real creator can see the design, actually, for real, or someone that knows the creator and they can publicly report you. And you can believe me, I've seen that before. And the second one is that if you manage to get hired because of that, you actually haven't learned anything at all. You just copy it and your boss will notice eventually, sooner or later. And the third one, that it's simply wrong to steal someone's work, so please don't do it. In this part of the portfolio, you will need to be extremely proactive. No one is going to come and give you a job, so you have to be innovative and try to differentiate yourself from other designers. Spend hours and hours looking at what others are doing on Pinterest, Behance, Dribbble, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. The only way to have the necessary imagination to stand out is by nourishing yourself with what others are doing. If you don't know what to do, work on projects in trending niches. A while ago, it was Web3 and cryptos, and now it's AI. You can do things related to that, or you can even help friends and family with work they need to show that you have experience. I've been thinking about making a video specifically about how to make a case study, and when I do, I will publish it right here or here, I don't know, or maybe in the box description, I think. And you're probably wondering how I'm going to do a project if I don't know where to learn. I know that to be a senior or a semi-senior, you need to learn a lot of stuff, a lot of technical and practical stuff. But to be a junior designer, you actually don't need to be like 6 years in university. You can do it, it will be great, but it's not mandatory. Start immersing yourself in information. Use every free moment of your day to research the topic you like on Google and on every social media you have. You see how social media show you the topics you like? Well, we're going to consciously retrain our social media and the internet to eventually show us everything about the career we want to study. This way, you will always be learning small things that will compound over time, keeping you updated with the latest news. And believe me, staying updated is one of the most important things if you want to work in technology. Another key point if you want to create your own career self-taught is to learn to research, to Google. The internet has everything and 99% of it is free. And what you need is somewhere hidden, waiting for you to find it. Sit down every time you have time and dive into the internet. Immerse yourself, start entering sites, and within those sites, other sites, click on things, open 1,000 tabs. You have to be comfortable in the internet, searching through the internet, because it's the main thing that you're going to do like forever if you decide to pursue this career. Start simple, just write how to be a graphic designer or how to be a UX UI designer. And after that, start clicking one side through the other, and in that side, click on another link, and that in other link, and that in other link, and start reading that text, reading that forum, commenting there, commenting, I don't know, something. Just search through YouTube, search in, I don't know, read books, read PDF books, read articles. You can do whatever you want. Just spend time on Google, start to analyze how the internet works, and then you will find the information you are looking for. So here's a super tip that will always help you. Suppose you want to be a UX UI designer. Look for junior positions in this field on sites like remote.com or workingnomads.com and so on, like the usual ones. When you find these positions, choose the best ones, and you'll see that the company has written in detail what you will do day to day, what skills you need to have, and what software you will use. Take it as a guide. More than a job position, they are giving you a step-by-step guide of the minimum and basic things you need to learn and demonstrate in your case studies to be competent for the job. Write it down and start searching each of those things, and voila, you have your own roadmap. Combine that with what YouTubers tell you is necessary to learn, and you have a very solid base to start. As I said, you have to be very proactive. So let's assume you already did the work. You search through the internet, you build your first version of the portfolio, and now what? Now you have to contact the companies. There are several ways to do that, but I will give you 3 options. And I really recommend that you apply them all together, every day for the necessary month until you get that job. To make it more scalable, you need to have ready to upload a website and/or a Behance profile with your projects, a resume with your projects in PDF format, a portfolio in PDF format, and the basic text you need to fill out for all job searches. And now, these are the methods. Method 1. Job board sites plus LinkedIn, social media, or emails. So, you will look for the job you need on all the job board sites you find, like these ones, but there are a million more. Every time you find a job you like, you will fill out the details and send them. And then you will look for the company on LinkedIn, you click on people, and you look for people with important positions or talent recruiters. You will write them a message saying, like, you saw their job position, that you are interested for X reason, that you think you will be a good match for the job for X reasons, and you send them a link to your portfolio, your design in social media, and your email. Don't expect a response, almost never is there one, but sometimes there is, and that can make you advance a lot among all the dozens of people who sent an application. If LinkedIn is complicated, try contacting these people on Twitter, Instagram, or email. Method 2. Create designer profiles on social media like Twitter and ask for work there. You should do this from the first day you start learning. Show your progress, show your designs, like a private diary. Connect with people, provide value, and when you're ready to work, you can comment on Twitter that you are available for jobs, commissions, and open to opportunities. It can be difficult, but the sooner you start on Twitter, the better. It's incredible how much information moves there, and often it's an excellent place to land freelance work. Method number 3. Look for companies you like and redesign or improve their designs, and send them to the most important people in the company through the social media without asking for anything in return. Nothing is more annoying than someone asking for a job without giving anything in return. So just add value, and if something more happens from that, even better. You can even share that conceptual work on your social media and tag them so people start to see what you do. Okay, so here are some tips that will help you and will make your process even easier. Send dozens of job applications per week. Don't give up, send dozens, always, all the time, every moment that you can. Remember that your goal is to have your first tiny job that will get you into the virtual job market. The only thing that you need to worry about is to get that first job, and then everything's going to be uphill. Learn AI. ChatGPT, Midjourney, the AI of Photoshop, Claude. There are a lot of them, and you need to use them all. It's your new best friend. It's your new Google. You need to make it part of your creative processes. And if you don't, you will find yourself at a disadvantage with the rest who are using it. You have to pay a lot of attention to your personal brand. This is also really important because not only your designs have to stand out, so do you. You have to be honest with your portfolio and with yourself. If you look at your portfolio and you are like someone else looking at the portfolio and you don't like it, then delete it. If you are not sure, then change whatever is necessary until you like it. Because if you like it, then no one else is gonna like it. You have to be honest with that, really, really honest if you want to get a job. And remember that less is more. Well, I've said a lot of things in this video and maybe I've scared you. So I'm sorry for that. I made you believe that it's impossible, but it's not impossible. I promise it's not impossible. It's not. So does what I said require a lot of effort? Yes, obviously. But that's the thing, right? And if it were easy, they wouldn't pay anything for the job. It's this difficulty that makes the opportunity valuable. So just remember that luck does exist. But when that stroke of luck comes, you need to be prepared for it. You need to know what to do with that luck. Otherwise, it's gonna just pass by and be useful. Don't get discouraged. I really believe in you. I really do. I hope that this video has helped someone. Subscribe for more content like this. Comment if you have any questions, if you need more information. And don't forget that the real world needs your art. So don't give up.